Hello everyone, welcome back to Fableheim and Knock on the Coffin lid. The nightmares of Midian. The terror shenanigans have round-robined their way back to the goat, Persival. And if you've been enjoying the prophecies, feel free to like the video. It is about the channel. And today, we spin the wheel of fortune. You have to pass all 4 biomes. From the steppes, you arrive in the bog, and from the bog, you arrive in the steppes. Upon crossing over to a new biome, the hero loses all items in the equipment slots. Will you trust the will of fate, or will you bend it to your own will? Now, fun fact, back in early access, this was different. This made every event a question mark, or it was supposed to. It was actually bugged at the time, so it didn't function at all. Today, hopefully it does. I'm sure it will. Now, as Persival, thanks to the fact that all my classes are elevated, I could probably do this naked. But I want to see if we can, game this system a little bit. And I figured I would repeat what I did in early access. In early access, I brought out the Fallen King. Elevated Veteran, the most difficult Persival class to play. Playing 3 cards of different types in a row reduces the cost of other cards in hand by 2. Playing 2 cards of the same type in a row increases the cost of cards in hand by 1. Veteran used to be the absolute king. Uncontested best class in the game. He is no longer. And I'll explain why as we count together. To make his biggest dreams come true, the Mad Doctor needs 2 ingredients. The Steppe Plague and the Swamp Fever. The one chosen by fate will help him to obtain both, and he will receive the perfect reward for it. How am I supposed to get infected with both diseases? I can't walk in circles. Why? I mean, that doesn't sound like something impossible. Oh no, please don't tell me I'm going to have to do that. Have you never wanted to do that? Go through the 4 biomes at once, huh? That wouldn't be bad for a change. Are you sure, Mortis? Alright, so it sounds like we have to contract some plagues and then give it to the Mad Doctor. I'm assuming it's the Mad Doctor at the Northern Gate. Alright, here we go. We are on hardcore difficulty, by the way. Still, yet, unchanging. I like the obsidian knife. And that is the druid. Let's go visit the druid, shall we? And as always, question mark. Wait. Why can I go here? Huh. That's curious. I have to. To get to the Heathlands, you need to go over a pass, but there's a golem on the trail. The dwarves set it up so that the bandits could not return home. Say the password. Or what? Will you actually let me through if I say the password? Communication not permitted. Say the password. Oh, well, alright. Then I better be going. No option to leave. Combat mode initiated. That's what I thought. Did you feel like dying at the very beginning of your journey? I'm amazed this show up. I'm also pretty sure I can't win. But it's funny. So, this is... Upon burning this card, draw a random combat attack. Interesting. This is Veteran Persival. And the way he works is you want to play different card types in a row to then reduce the cost of cards in hand. But the reason why he used to be the uncontested goat is because... That's so funny that this is here. The reason he used to be the uncontested goat is because it would stick through that in combat. So as long as you kept doing that, you could have an entire deck cost 0 mana. It was ridiculously overpowered. So now the costs are reduced until you play them, which makes more sense. Is this here for everybody now? That was a Bjorn thing. That's why I was so perplexed, befuddled, and bemused. So yeah, we kind of want to play our cards carefully and count them if you play veteran enough, it just kind of becomes drain the juices. Hello. It kind of just becomes, by habit. But of course, the way I like to play
didn't show you sympathy and didn't expect compassion
is just aggressive. I just like to dump all the attacks and bonk them. So this requires a bit more thinking ahead. Contemplating your life choices goes on 0 on upgrade. It does. And you'll want to weave in skills along with your attacks. In a rare moment of calm, I was resting in the shade of a magnificent tree when I spied a beehive. It was hanging from a branch not 3 meters from the ground. Memories of simple pleasures and the taste of honey consumed me. But then I remembered, a beehive is also a bee home. Now this has the buzz of a good story. I gave the hive one final mighty whack, and cheered, and swatted, as it fell. The sting of curiosity is really getting to me. Grab the hive and run away. I scooped up the hive and ran through the forest, dodging and weaving. The bees, as you might imagine, did not lag far behind. Due to the simple fact that they were inside the hive, I had to change tactics. This story better have a sweet ending. The hive crunched under my foot. Inside I saw the desperately yearned after honeycomb, oozing with fragrant, delicious honey. But suddenly there were many more bees around me. Many. Really? Stomping right on the hive? Where you're standing? For some honey? Well, I see you had thought this out clearly. I nabbed the honeycomb and took off. Later, bees. You aren't exactly quick on your feet when it comes to planning, are you? We got the honeycomb, though. That's restore 80 HP. I don't think there's another purpose for it, but there could be. Do I want the cursed booties? Maybe I do. Draw is very important for this variant of Persival. Because the whole idea is you want to draw.
So who do you say you met?
To reduce the cost of cards to keep playing cards. That's kind of like the whole scheme. But see, they all went back down to being regular. Thankfully, we can heal with Drain the Juices. Another trick. Advance is also pretty good as a veteran because we can just cycle this as a skill. I think we'll take Trick. Again, draw. Good. Do we want the Cursed Booties? We are going to the swamp first, so you know what? I think we'll take the Cursed Booties. I came across a man lying in a pool of blood on the roadside. He was alive. Just barely. I was tempted to help him, but he was also clearly a bandit. I finished him off and nicked his boots. They'd serve me better than they would him. Ending the suffering of the doomed is also a kind of mercy. So the Cursed Booties will, of course, let us draw whenever we draw a curse or status card. And because we're going to the swamp, purposely being infected. Ooh, the Goblin armor. The Amulet of Death. Turn battle reduce max health of all allies by 1. Does that include me? We're going to find out. Ah. This should be... yeah, that's better than Goblin armor. See, this will help us draw more. You may be sensing a trend here. I want to draw. The lone figure of an elf suddenly emerged from the darkness right in front of me. I was so scared I nearly stabbed him to death reflexively. The elf briefly and quietly explained his situation to me. He had tracked down a dwarven warlord, but he could not take him down alone. He needed my help. Sure. This is where we get the password, by the way, but I don't know if we have to do the exact sequence. What was that? Oh! Oh, that was my curse. That's unexpected. Cool. So now we have 2 charges. This is the pro gamer strat. You build up 2 charges for your next turn, and then the first card you play, no matter what it is, will complete your thingy. And then you can keep on keeping on. Drawing and guarding. Burn such a card in hand. Gain 1 strength. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Hang on. We can use this to get rid of annoying cards if we'd like to.
He's not that good anymore.
You're right. He's dead. It is beautiful how sometimes this all comes together. But again, counting, mathing, thinking, planning, forethought. My. Bandage is very good if we can upgrade it. It also be played last, which is kind of annoying, but it is quite exceptional. I think I'm skipping this turn. I'm pick up. I will take the trap now. Full Elven. I do like the Elven Dance. It's probably worse than Knife Trick. Man. I guess take the Elven Armor. It may be useful, it may not be. Oh, I don't get to... We don't get to... Darn. Am I saying that I would have killed him? Maybe.
Not a chance.
But I definitely would have thought about it. Thanks to Moxie, we got some strength for killing that guy. I already have plenty of strength thanks to the elevated status of our class. So, hurrah. He has 36 HP, and now he has none. Do like Cleave. I do like Maneuver. This can be very powerful for Veteran. It can keep us churning. Keep that fire burning. And we don't need no water. Let that mother burn. I haven't heard that song in a while. Are we... We're about balanced, I suppose, for sure. Dwarven boots are very antithetical to everything we do. Take the Fast Dagger. The Fast Dagger might actually just be better because I believe the Fast Dagger has 2 knife tricks. Oh, it has a backstab and a knife trick. Is that better? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Okay, so the affix here. Oh, I see how this is going to happen. Okay. The affix with the Wheel of Fortune is that whenever we go to a new biome, we have no equipment, right? All of our equipment is removed. So... Wait, all of it? I guess we're going to find out. I'll put the cursed boots away because I really want those in the next biome. Let's see how this pans out. The Druid Council placed a bounty on my head, and I was tracked down by the Elven Assassin. It is an unpleasant encounter for any self-respecting warrior. It is one thing to be slain in battle, but quite another to have your head displayed on a wall as a trophy. I have never understood this barbaric tradition that has persisted in enlightened Elven society.
The good old Elven tradition is collecting severed heads.
Huh.
Did you decide to have a rest?
They didn't draw very well there. Okay, this will reduce the cost of... I guess we can play this to reduce the cost of everything. Do this, then that, then this. That. And this. I could swing again, but I'm going to save this for our next draw. We should go through the deck, I believe. Fantastic. No drawing here, which is super unfortunate. So we'll burn this. Yeah, see, that was just a bad hand. I hate to see it. Yeah, I hate to see it. This is quite good, though. I mean, maybe quite good. Alright. Good old veteran. I debated doing this as... Nice. So if I do this, we increase the cost of cards. I debated doing this as a Knight Persival. He's enraged. Okay. We'll just get rid of the evasion. Good. I feel like doing this as Knight Persival will be a lot easier. But here we are. Doing something different. Because I had to be all fancy. I'm going to take 32 to the face. Ow. Rude.
Yeah, you don't have much choice.
You're right, I don't. And I'm still counting. I have to play this. I mean, I do have 4 wards. Maybe I didn't have to. The Goblin armor providing me with that protection. Which I appreciate. I do. Wow. Some really poor draws here, game. This is why the whole deck just needs to say draw a card. Alright. We're gonna be alive, but it's gonna hurt. Draw with the trick. Swing with you. Voila!
This one is done.
My whole equipment disappeared. Start of the turn, mark a random enemy. Damage from first attack on the marked enemy is increased by 50%. Attacking another enemy resets the mark. I have never seen this before. Sure. Ethereal armor. Ooh, this is some statiality that should come in handy too. I like both of these. Remember, as veteran, we can reduce the cost of cards. Also, there's battering ram, which is amusing. This thing has been nerfed like 3 times. Let's take Mark of the Doom. I've never seen it before in my life. We lost our trophy, so... lightning isn't very good for us. It's cute to get the combo started, but then, like, if I mess up, we can still increase the cost of cards, and it's whatever. I think I'll go Trickster, because +5 agility means my tricks are giving me a bunch of armor, and what's not. Upon taking damage to health, steal 1 strength from the attacker, and we have corruption, which means my booties will draw. The journey from the frontier to the northern gate is not long or difficult at all. It is a straight path to the sunny city. But the elves have blocked it, and I have to go around. How inconvenient is that timing? Alright. So I guess we want to just compile a huge repository of items. And we need to go this way. Which means we have only one path. Alright. I have 224 max hit points. Okay. I made a mistake. I've also forgot what my last action was. Cool. I had to put up a bunch of block there, so when he exploded, I didn't take the damage. Blood Debt, Demoralize. These are both exceptional. We're taking Blood Debt, though. Draw is the most important thing. The stale, foul air of the swamps was definitely not good for me. I felt weak and I started having shortness of breath. I tried to get out of there faster, but it is easier said than done. It is very easy to get lost in the Rotten Bog. Sooner or later, I had memorized the route, but until it happened, I was forced to walk around in circles and endure the stench, mosquitoes, leeches, and swamp fever. We know going north is the way. As I was passing by a noticeable old tree, cracked in halves by lightning, I decided to remember this place. We can go north again. Then there was a small lake. Beautiful white flowers are floating on the water surface. Now we know going west or going north is bad. We came from the south in theory, so let's go east. It was not east. I was completely exhausted. I was bitten by some midges, my clothes were drenched in sweat and mud, heavy lumps of clay stuck to my boots. I caught some disease. I almost drowned a couple of times, and this is not a complete list of the adventures that I was lucky enough to survive until I finally reached somewhat solid ground. Max health has been decreased, okay. It doesn't make any sense that south would be the way, though. Nah, whatever, it's fine. Maybe going north is just a dead end in general. Wouldn't that be funny? Alright, so we have the hat. That's cute. Lose 1 strength. Oh, that sucks. Oh! At night, I noticed cold glow in the distance and decided to find its source. I came out into a clearing covered with tufts of translucent mushrooms, glowing with a steady, ghostly light that almost did not light up at the surrounding darkness, but seemed to exist in some other dimension. Eat a mushroom. I didn't feel the effect at once, so this will kill you at 4? Probably should have waited, but I ate one more. Okay, this will be the last one. And then a little more. Now we're leaving. So for each mushroom that you eat, you gain 1 stack of insubstantiality, but lose 10 max health. However, if you eat, I think it's 4, it could be 5, you just die. So, how many can you eat? I don't know. Oh wait, am I getting this right? Each eaten mushroom gives you insubstantiality, but you don't want to test how many mushrooms you can eat. But I'd have to die for that. And... well, fine. Maybe I'll check it out next time. I want to say it's... I don't know why 4 is a number in my head. But if you do overconsume the mushrooms and die to it, you start the next run with that many insubstantiality. Which is a cute little trick. Now, truthfully, I don't remember how this insubstantiality works. Sure. Maybe I should have played the mark. Well, I needed the mana. I lost my amulet of +1 mana. Where'd the mark go? I hit that because I had a mark. C'est la vie. Did I just misclick there? I guess so. Good news, though. He's dead. That's how bleeding works.
It's not your fault.
So my confusion, by the way, was, there's the mark. Oh, it's only the first attack. Okay. That's right. Reading and understanding are important. Yeah. I don't know if this insubstantiality will return at the start of next combat. I want to say that it does.
Won't let them die.
I believe it does. Cool. This guy's just been chilling. He's just been skipping the whole time. I'm not sure why, but I'm not going to complain. You know? If he doesn't want to attack me, if he wants to get his ass whooped,
executed.
So be it. Crush, yes. Crush is what we're looking for here. Alright, let's get Swamp Fever, team. I found a disfigured corpse of a man who died of the swamp fever. I absolutely needed to get infected by him so the court doctor could create the perfect plague. And I chose the surest way to do it. Kiss the corpse. Persival contracted one of the afflictions. Both diseases have descriptive names, so no one will wonder where he got... Do what now? No one will wonder where to find them. Okay. The ritualists of the Mite cult tried to talk to me in private under the pretext of a soul-saving conversation. In fact, he wanted to hire an outsider to kill the local cannibals who fed on his precious flock. Sure. The cannibalism is not a violation of the cult's laws, so if someone finds out the ritualist wants the cannibals dead, the keepers will mercilessly butcher him. In order to keep his intentions a secret, he was preparing to kill me if I had refused. Yeah, no, I'm good. Whatever. I'll do it for you. I'd like to know, by killing cannibals, do I act in the interests of the cults or not? Since when are you interested in such questions? Let's think about it. As we can see, there is a split within the cult. Some support cannibalism, and some do not. The keepers of the cult seek to eliminate this split by killing dissidents. They'll kill the ritualist if they find out about his intentions, because he's harming the cult. But cannibals also cause harm by eating cultists and causing mass discontent. Alright, stop. I changed my mind. I don't want to figure it out. Killing this ritualist is necessary for one. Okay, the instant potential is correct. For one of the tarot, in which we help out the cult. At the start of each even turn, reduce max health by 5 to a minimum of 1 and gain 1 strength until the end of the game. Oh, fudge. I'm trying to think of how I want to play this. I think we're opening up with an attack here. Okay. Oh, I wish... That's fine. Maybe I shouldn't even played the Moxie there. Come to think of it.
Did you feel anything?
Did I? I don't know. That was an attack. Here's my defense thingy. We expose. We do this. We will just burn you. Get you on the floor. All right, the bleed goes away. So I have to knock them down with the attack. Okay.
He can't defend forever.
I got him. What is this hand? Ah.
Rest in peace.
Whip! At least I was able to defend myself. This is why the agility amulet, I think, was a good pickup. The problem is that I'm about to lose it. Down for the count. At least Hammer just giving me stuff to play. That's very nice. I appreciate that. You're being a real broski now, game. He's gonna eat his family members. Alright. Guess we wait. We're holding on to the 2. So playing defensively like this is unfortunately also reducing my max HP. So there are concerns that I possess, but hey. Ooh, adaptation. If I keep my booties, this could be helpful. Deceiver is also pretty good. Again, just draw. Draw. I'd have to upgrade this for this to be useful, though. Whereas adaptation is useful right out the get-go. Ooh. Loosen health, deal each enemy 8 damage. Upon dealing health damage, afflict 2 bleed. I'm gonna need... I guess I'm just gonna take double axe. I'm gonna need weapons once we've lost everything. So, it's fine. I also want these to draw. I want to upgrade so much in my deck. We also have the YOLO upgrade in the final zone, but let's see. The ugly, blood-curdling creature who styled herself the Queen of Mites was a very shy person, by the looks of it. She did not let anyone look at her. Anyone, except her victims. Even the elders of the cult had never seen her. But I had been granted that honor, the honor of being a victim. We're going to lose everything here, team, but we'll do our best. Meeting the Queen of Mites in person and managing to stay alive is a huge achievement. Do not get ahead of yourself. That's quite the contrast between Bjorn, huh? And his admiration for the fair lady.
You acquired a taste for buffs.
I did. Well, that was a turn of all time.
Where did this one come from?
So she takes half damage when her little babies are on the field.
Their deaths bring you closer to your goal.
I should have used this one. Darn. Cool. I got all the children. Ah, that's a great card. I would have loved to have played that. Marked? Oh, what a good opening. Bunk. Talento. Draw. Draw. Cool. Not bad. Not a bad turn. Expose is so strong on Persival. I mean, it's so strong on anyone, but it's a key part of getting Persival to not suck major donkey balls. Which apparently is a problem. I would love to play this card, but I don't have enough mana. Thankfully, I think I full block this. I do. Magnifique. Let's draw. Boop. Boop.
No one
Boop.
can stand
I messed up.
against such power.
Somewhere along the line I messed up and increased the cost of stuff. Crush. 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 Yeah! And now I'm robbing all my equipment. Every time block is gained from cards. Ooh, this will work. I like this one too. But we're going to take tit for tat. Well, well, well. The armor invincibility is not what we're interested in. I do like the bone spear. Although it is dramatically nerfed. +3 agility means our defensive cards are going to do a lot more work. The thing with the two-handed sledgehammer is we can actually make sledge shot and crushing blow spell abilities we can use. Alright, we'll take it. The Mite Queen's Hair. Draw 2 extra. Gain ooze if more than 3 cards have been played in a turn. Upon playing attack, draw exhaust. Well, I have to take it. I managed to slice through the defense of the dwarves and made it to the Crimson Steps, but awaiting me there were the orcs and the goblins. Compared to them, the dwarves are very hospitable folk. This looks odd, doesn't it? Alright. Where is this? It's right here. Ooh, we have the peace pipe. Okay. Interesting. So I can put this on. I don't really want this hat. Let's see what's... there are many question marks here for Persival. Wow. Okay. I wandered into a clump of oblivion herb. Orc shamans use it to get rid of curses. The only problem was that the herb is poisonous, and only shamans know the right way to prepare it. What would happen if I tried one small leaf? Pain is what happens. I don't want to cut too much here. In fact, I really don't want to cut anything. Oh. An orc shaman was sitting by a bonfire, smoking a large pipe. His bloodshot, filmy eyes and crooked grin were radiating amiability. He waved at me in a friendly manner and beckoned me to the fire, offering me his pipe. Now the rules, team. When you are offered a peace pipe, smoke it. Did it ever cross your mind that it could be dangerous? No one can know for sure what gifts the steppe spirits have prepared for you. Well, what do you think? Is it too strong? To be honest, strong is the most fitting description. I'd rather have something weaker. For that, blah, blah, blah. For that, I'll need heather, but it doesn't grow here. There's nothing weaker here in the steppes. You've been to the frontier, haven't you? Well, there's a place called the Heathlands not far from there. The heather makes for incense smoke you'll never forget. I'd gladly pick some heather for you, but there's a war there right now. So what? It's always a war around here, but we keep going somehow. Alright, next time I'll try to stop by at the Heathlands. If it works out, I'll bring you some heather. This, of course, allows us to select... Ooh. Ruse, huh? Exterminate! Reduce energy by 1 until the end of the battle. Damage less than 10 is blocked. Oh, these are some shit cards. Oh, they're shit cards. Inner reserves can be really funny. There's a lot of damage less than 15 that's just like a repeating attack. The Mite Queen did a lot of those, but... Alright, we'll take the infection, I guess. Notch is okay. I guess a maneuver is okay. I do like header, no chance. If enemy's attack hasn't dealt damage, inflict miss and reset the effect. Huh, I've never used this card before. Let's check it out. I know what I said, but man, that was painful. I was chilled through the icy steppe wind, and I got sick with the steppe plague. It's one of the components of the perfect plague which the court doctor of the Northern Gate wants to create, and I should help him, for some reason. I don't like any of this. The perfect plague. Sounds kind of scary. The prophecy should come true. Otherwise, you won't win. We shall suffer. Persival got infected with both of the diseases at once. The sensations are probably unpleasant, but the task was quite simple. Deliver them to the Mad Doctor. Alright, we have a merchant. Team, there... Question marks! So I know what the reward for this is, and it's actually a very good reward for, like, the end of the game. And I suppose... Wait, I can't... I can fight the buffalo, I suppose? Am I really going to kill the golden buffalo? The lance. The orc booties. Lose to agility. If attack deals more than 20 damage, gain 2 HP. Sure. I deal a lot of damage right now. Let's try it. Golden Buffalo is a legendary embodiment of the steppe spirit. It is the main entity of the greedy goblins and the most coveted trophy for the orc hunters. Meeting such a creature is the highest fortune, which can easily turn into misfortune if you make the wrong decision. So, when it comes to the buffalo, to receive his blessing, it doesn't matter how much gold, like the number of gold you give him. What matters is that you give him all of your gold. And you do get quite the buff for it. I don't think I need money for any. Maybe we take this. I spared no expense and gave all my gold. The buffalo liked it, and he blessed me. I figured because we're gonna lose all of our armor, like we can't rely on equipment. Maybe just having buffs is good. Oh, hey, FE. All of a sudden, it occurred to me that joining some orc clan was not a bad idea. I would gain honor and respect immediately. Otherwise, orcs looked at me like I was nothing. Everyone was trying to offend or even kill me. So I made inquiries, and it turned out that the orcs were ready to accept me into the clan. The conditions are pretty simple. Kill a big worm, or pay a big fee. So much for not needing money. I didn't think it was that simple. Do you really think it is that simple? Well, relatively simple. You just need to demonstrate strength or wealth. To show what you are worth. It doesn't even matter that I'm a human. Orcs are not racist. They can see a human's merit as much as each other's, although their own merits are admittedly quite specific. Alright, sure. I decided to kill a big worm. That's the easiest of all, isn't it? Worms are not grown by goblins for years just for you to kill them. What do I care about nasty goblins? I even lose my potions. Fuck. Alright. So, about this. This was a bad idea. I'll be the first to say it.
Were you hit at all?
No. That was a skill. This is an attack.
Betting on strength
We
is
draw.
justified.
Attack. Do that. Alright. So the worms have the spikes, which can make this really complicated. I have 6 stacks of this. What does that mean? Exactly. Well, he's dead. Good job, team. Wait, the exhaust might actually be really helpful. 4 strength and 4 armor. I can bring this with me, right? In my inventory. Ooh, Battle Lust. Ah, but this is draw. See, this is draw. I'd love to have Battle Lust if I can afford to play it. Cool, I'm bringing this with me. Talento, talento, talento. You know what? I'm gonna take that one. So we can kind of game the system by unequipping stuff and whatnot. We're going here. We're gonna get an item. Orcs were preparing to fight, but since they had no excuse for a fight, they set up a tournament. I was just passing by and received an instant invitation. The clan amulet let me fight for the glory of my clan and compete for a special award. Oh! Right. To begin with, I was given the weakest opponent. At least, that's what they told me. Wish I had some barbed here. If I had taken the poisonous armor here, this would be funny, but alas.
Sometimes you can negotiate with goblins, but not this time.
Alright. Let's get to work. Draw. Attack. Draw. Attack.
He tried.
No drawing. Looks like adaptation is the one that was, oh, I should have played this! Goodbye. My next opponent was Tuesday's champion. That's a weird title. They hold tournaments every day. Put it past them. This exhaust is actually really helpful. It's a card I could use.
Likes to take damage almost as much as to inflict it.
This is certainly a hand of all time. Adaptation. A swing. Tit for tat. He'll play this. Battle Lusts. Exterminate. Battle Lust. Swing. Exhaust. Because these exhausts are coming into my hand, I'm drawing
Did you decide
from
rest?
Adaptation, which is so funny. This is a combo I never would have thought of in a million years. I never would have done this. But it's beautiful. It's perfect even, you could say.
If I saw that.
I was going to face the current champion in the final. I like how I have two options. They're both into battle. So as Persival, you can get these. Yeah, that's what I want. I want them. They're going to be mine. Crush, do that. Notch, draw. Station, do that. Do this. Yes. Good. Excellent. Perfection. That was tit for tat killing him, by the way. I wouldn't mind another crush. I would not mind another crush. I also wouldn't mind another trick, but we'll take crush. Toughen. Actually, defense could be good as well. This will trigger tit for tat, which is funny. Toughen up is always just reliable, though. We'll take active defense. The boots of weakness. Draw. Troll leather armor. Sharp dagger. The two-handed shield. So you gain 12 armor and block is not lost at the start of the turn. This is the best, easiest, most effective way to obtain barricade. We're going to take ultimatum as well, I think. Strength, agility, draw. What's not to love? I have too many cards I want to upgrade. And not enough ways to upgrade them. I think the best bet for us is going to be to upgrade the lunges to try and draw. I need to upgrade the lunges to draw and the shield to draw because you better believe I'm sacrificing my life for ire. And by ire, I mean the dark gods. I should be able to win this, right? Got this and this. This should be winnable with our current equipment, I think. It might hurt, but it might also just be doable. We'll see. The Armor of Talents is hard carrying, though. It's going to suck when this is gone. But that's just life. I quite like the little brave goblins, despite their rather unpleasant appearance. They bravely battle the orcs, who exceed the goblins both in strength and number. Unfortunately, my fondness is not mutual. The leader of the goblins came to hate the humans vehemently after they had formed an alliance with the orcs. He resolved to deal with me firsthand. The goblins fight the orcs fight the elves fight the dwarves. Are you beginning to understand anything? The balance is disrupted and Sigismund is the more powerful side here. It all resembles some sort of game. Oh, does it, Persival? The game. Humans are worse than the orcs. You know what's worse than the orcs? This guy having 6 ward. There's an attack. We have tit for tats. We have this. You. Suppose we just sledge him. Sledge him in the face. Adapt. Do this. Do that. Oh, yeah. I don't know how this happened. But it sure is great. No! Okay. Oh, I thought I screwed it up. Sure is great when everything comes together. Overdrive? You shouldn't have. Alright, so everything in my deck, everything in my hand is gone. But somehow, by the grace of the dark gods, we found an amulet. And you better believe I'm going to equip it. Gain 6 block for each card in hand. Sure, I think I'm going to not be using this, though. Damn the Crimson Steps, the Orcs, the Goblins, and all the other murderous fiends. I'm not going to miss you. So let's get our final equipment slot up and running. We have the Tower Shield, which is me. The Two-Handed Shield. We have this. Oh, let's go over that. Do we want 5 strength, or do we want 4 strength and 4 armor? Ah, that's the question. We have the Troll Leather Armor, the Booties of Weakness, Elven Ale and Cucumber Ale, and that's all that I need here, I think. Cool. So let's make our way here, and I'm going to do it through the Unholy Idol. Yeah. I was called up by a vigorous old man in a dark cloak. Grey with road dust, he introduced himself as a traveling merchant and said that he sold unique elixirs of incredible power. Naturally, the prices were of an incredible level, too. When he told me the prices, I unwillingly took a closer look at the trader. He seemed rather defenseless to me. Also, sorry, there is lawn mowing going on now. I do apologize. I suspect you'll be able to hear quite a number of it, but sorry. At least the window is closed today, because it is bloody hot. Not just hot, bloody hot. A very important distinction, you see. I have word. So again, because we have the shields. Wait, what does this do?
You didn't
Start of the battle, add mist to the deck until the end of the game. Well, that is annoying. Wait, what's this? Damage depends on the base. Okay. Did I understand what I just read? Yes. Kind of. Cool. Talento, talento, talento. Yeah, we have barricade. It has been so long since I've done a barricade build. It brings me joy, honestly. Even though we're not really doing a barricade build. I just happen to have a barricade build. I approached an unfamiliar idol at the foot of which a boy was kneeling. Curiosity prompted me to approach the child. The boy's words made me uneasy. He prayed to the Inquilines to take his soul and possess his body. If you perceive a demonic idol like any other, you can make an offering to it and receive a gift. Nothing personal, kid. And that is a full deck upgrade. And like that, we just got so much more powerful. Now, unfortunately, it took all of my HP, so I'm going to have to drink this to get it all back. Isn't that nice? Isn't that great? Isn't that just adorable? What's in the box? In the box is the jingle hat. Jingle hat, jingle all the way. Gain 1 evasion. Increases healing from cards and items by 30% if there is evasion on the hero. Hurrah. The entrance to the palace was guarded by a demonic gatekeeper. Although the word guarded, it doesn't fit exactly because you let everyone in for 500 coins. Sigismund's safety did not concern him too much. There are no loyal demons, neither are there obedient ones. Every one of them has a mind of his own. But he might be punished, right? Yes, probably. I wonder why he's not afraid of punishments. The demon agreed to let me pass in exchange for all the money I had. It seems that I'm not good at haggling. Ah! Alright. The court doctor of the Northern Gate immediately suggested bloodletting as the best remedy for all illnesses, and only then asked, "Oh, what seems to be the problem?" The steppe plague and swamp fever. Impossible! What a luck! That is all that I need for creating the perfect plague. Dreams do come true. Fate itself has guided you to me. Well, that's not far from the truth. Will I receive a perfect reward for this? Oh, yes, a most perfect one. Have a seat in this chair. The perfect plague. To tell the truth, you are completely sick. What? Oh, here we go. How are you feeling? Ideal. I feel completely healthy. To tell the truth, you're completely sick. Well, that's not far from the truth. Will I receive a perfect reward for this? I can't help you in any other way. I did all that I could. Thank you, Doctor. No need to thank me. I am simply doing my job. All this ought to make the prediction come true is getting rid of the automaton. It seems that the court mage of the Northern Gate has completely surrendered himself to the power of the demons. Not for free, of course. He claims to have achieved such power that he is now able to create any spell I wish. Not for free, of course. My gold was not enough, so I asked if I could pay him with something else. He replied that if I brought him the golden buffalo's eye, he could make as many as 2 spells out of my dreams. Or something cheaper. Of course, a custom spell is more expensive, a ready-made one is cheaper. But if it suddenly doesn't suit you, you cannot get a refund. Whatever. I actually killed the golden buffalo. Alright, so we can upgrade. Sure, that's fine, whatever. We have a full deck. We have a baller build that somehow all came together in like the last possible minute. It could be better. Let's all be honest. It could be better. But it's pretty good. I have so much weighing on my heart that I keep thinking that I'll tell Sigismund everything when we meet next time. But as soon as I see him, any desire to speak disappears. I am no more capable of expressing everything than he is of understanding it. As other words fade away, my head feels empty. I wish for all this to be over soon. And perhaps soon it shall be. Let's see how far we can take this, shall we?
Take a rest and calm down.
I'm gonna calm down. That might have been an extreme reaction. Well, he's gonna kill his friends. I could have held, maybe, but... Oh, it's this one. Cannot receive any other negative effects. Every second turn, gain 4 strength. That's pretty cute. I like that. Fucking spikes. Well, good news. I think. Skill. What happened to you? Wait, what does this do? If the enemy attack hasn't dealt damage, inflict miss and reset the effect. I forgot what I just played. I'm at 2. Alright. Alright, Sigismund. Wait, is this gonna break my veteran combo? What's in the box? I did. Son of a biscuit. How fucking dare you? I played a skill to draw. I'll play an attack.
This is what I call skill in its purest form.
We'll play a skill to double my strength to 112. We'll attack. Status. Status. Talento. Skill. Nah, we're fine.
Blind defense.
Ah, you fool. Well, this worked out, I suppose. Victory is mine. It was just a small bet. It was just a small bet. Sigismund, it's never a pleasure. How dare you bring spikes? I'm so glad I had the shield. Fuck you. Yet another surprise from Milenis. The automaton's harmful spells cannot be resisted in the usual ways. Well, find an unusual way. Let me guess, fulfill the prophecy. You are quick on the uptake. Alright, team. It is the moment of reckoning. So, let's draw. What do we want to draw here to help us out? Honestly, just cards that draw more. We want Blood Debt. I wouldn't mind a Crush, but we'll take a... Ooh, Ultimate. No, we need attacks. We need attacks. Let's not get crazy here. Tit for tat. What does this do? While this part is intact, all automaton parts have 10 ball. Okay. Tit for tats. Skill. Talento. Skill. Alright. That was pretty nifty. Ooh, this can be a turn. We'll start with Ultimatum. Okay. We flourish. We draw. We fuck it all up. I have a lot of attacks. Mark of the Doomed. This, that. How we doing? Bonk. Magnifique. I believe, my friends, that we've done it. Big ol' bonk. Shrink. You just get rid of this so I don't have to think about it. Which may have been silly. We'll use the Super Elixir to draw a bunch. I'll Overdrive for Giga Strength. We're at 76 now. Voila! The shield brings it home. Wow. Well done, veteran Persival, coming in clutch, bringing it out, shaking off the rust after who knows how long of not playing it. I haven't touched veteran in a long time. It was probably since I did this one in early access. But by defeating Spinning the Wheel of Fortune, we have unlocked Temperance. There are only common cards and items in the game. Vendors buy and sell all items for 1 coin. Buy and sell. This could be really fun. We might bring up the Knight for this, to protect the poverty of the world. But that is going to have to wait, because next time, Best Boy Bjorn challenges the Moon. You start the game with an immortal ally wolf. If the wolf takes damage, the hero takes double damage instead. How are we going to challenge this one? Well, there is a class we haven't used yet that is very appropriate for anything lunar related. So perhaps we'll whip it out. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the Tenno Shenanigans, are continuing to enjoy the Tenno Shenanigans. Thank you to the patrons and the Gentleman Sport channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you would like to stay up there, feel free to join the description down below. And I will see you next time for the Moon.